season is upon us. Pumpkin spice everything. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a full face fall inspired makeup tutorial. And if you're new here, hey, what's up? My name is Violet. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and I promise you won't regret it. Let's go ahead and get started. So first off, I'm going to moisturize my face with the Tatcha, the water cream. It smells so good and it's so moisturizing. I like it because it doesn't leave your face sticky. It almost feels as if you are not wearing anything on your face. A lot of times moisturizers tend to be thick and sticky, very pasty like. I don't like that. I don't like to feel like I have anything on my face. Next, I'm going to prime my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is just an extra step that I do to sort of blur my pores out. You guys don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I do have larger pores in my T-zone area. I'm gonna let that sit and soak into my face while I get started on my eyes. So you can go ahead and use your favorite eyeshadow primer on this part. You can also use concealer like I do. The concealer or the eyeshadow primer is just gonna lay down a sticky base for our eyeshadows to ground onto. Before I start my shadows, I like to start off with a base color closer to my skin color, and I apply that from my brow bone all the way to my lash line. And I'm just using loose setting powder. This is going to help your shadows blend well together. Now that you have that done, you can start with your transition color. So for my transition color, I'm going to be using Amaretto from the Becca and Jaclyn Hill face palette. And I'm going to take this in the crease, and as well as the base powder that I used under this. This is going to help your shadows blend well together. It's going to give it a smooth surface to easily glide your brush through. And I like to take my shadows a little further out. So you start in your crease, you do windshield wiper motions back and forth, and then you slowly blend out the edges. Next, I'm going to be using a Love Thing MAC Mineralized Blush. I like to use this as an eyeshadow sometimes. I really like the color. And I'm going to take this on a more stiff brush. That way I can control where I place the color. And I'm just going to place this in the crease. I'm going to go back in with the fluffy brush that I used before for my transition color, and I'm just going to blend this out on the edges. I'm not going to go in the crease because then that will fade out the color that I wanted, that I was going for. And if you feel like you lost some of the transition color, you can go ahead and pick some up and reapply around the edges of the crease color that we just put in. Next, I'm going to be taking a straight edge brush like this one. I'm taking a dot of concealer and I'm putting it on the brush. And with the concealer, I'm going to clean up my lid. And not only is that concealer cleaning up your eyelid space for us to work with, it's also creating a sticky surface for the shimmery color that we're going to go in with next. And I'm going to spritz a flat shader brush with some Fix Plus just to make the eyeshadow more vibrant. So I'm going to be taking the color Muse and the Master palette by Mario. and I'm gonna put that on my lid. Next, I'm gonna be taking my Morphe M433 fluffy brush. Next, from the same master palette by Mario, I'm going to be taking this shade right here in Violetta. I'm going to be using this to darken the outer corners of my eye and also to blend in toward the center. I'll start off light. It's better to add more than to take some off, so start off with a light hand. I do small circles to blend out my shadows, and I'm blending toward the center of my eye. I'm going to take it further, but I'm not going to focus the color in the inner corner. I want it more focused from the middle of my eyeball to the outer corner. Go back in there with my transition color and blend that out. Next, I'm going to highlight my brow bone, and for that I'm going to be using Glow Getter in the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, and it's this color right here. And I'm going to take a thin brush like this, and I'm going to be spritzing it with MAC Fix Plus just to intensify that highlight color. So my brows do take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and film those off camera, and I'll be right back to finish the look. I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara, and I'm using a classic. It's Maybelline Great Lash. I'm going to be using the Wispy Lashes from Ardell Studio Effects. Next, for foundation, I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC42. I'm just going to dot it all over my face and then buff it in with the foundation brush, and then pounce the Beauty Blender over top. I like to stipple it over the areas that I need more coverage. And I really like that this foundation is buildable. It's medium coverage for me, but I like to build it up to full coverage. Next, for concealer, I've been loving the Milani Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer. I have dark circles under my eyes, so for me, it really does give me that coverage that I need. This foundation is comparable to the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, which was my favorite for a very, very long time until I found this. It works the same, and it's only, I believe it's $5.99 at the drugstore. As for the Naked Skin Concealer, it was $28 at Sephora. I'm taking my Beauty Blender just to blend out the concealer, and I'm bouncing it in the same spot for coverage, and then I'm gonna blend out the edges. I put concealer on my nose and my forehead only because it's gonna be easier for me to contour later. I'm concealing and brightening my under eye at the same time. Immediately after you finish your concealer, you want to go over it with a powder to set it in place. And to do that, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the color Light Medium. Next, to contour, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in the medium to deep color with a powder brush like this. Do my jawline, my double chin. You gotta snatch it, baby. My big forehead my 5 head. Gotta make it a 3 head. Y'all see the difference in this side and this side? You see that? It's all smoke and mirrors, baby. All smoke and mirrors. Now to contour my nose and get it a little more snatched, I'm gonna take, I've never done this, by the way, I'm just trying it out for the first time. I'm gonna try to contour my nose with a fan brush. I've already made the first line. And I'm taking the same powder. For some reason my camera stopped recording, but to highlight I used Prosecco Pop from the Jaclyn Hill Becca face palette. I highlighted my cheekbones and my nose, and with the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit I used Forever Young to highlight the inner corners of both eyes. Now for my bottom lash line, I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to use Amaretto again from the Jaclyn Hill Becca face palette, and I'm just going to drag it on my bottom lash line. Then with the same brush, I'm going to take the mineralized blush from MAC in Lovejoy that we used earlier in our crease, and I'm going to use that to smoke out my lash line as well. Next, I'm going to line my waterline with Wet n Wild liquid liner. Next, I'm going to add some mascara to the bottom lashes. And now for lips, I'm going to line them with the NYX color liner in Mauve. And because I have smaller lips, I'm going to slightly overdraw them. And I have the Infallible Pro Matte liquid lipstick in the color Roseblood. It's this, and I couldn't pick, but since this is a fall look and everybody loves vampy lips for fall, let's see. I love this brush. It's so flexible and it just glides with your lip shape. So for lips, I applied the Infallible Pro Matte liquid lipstick in Roseblood. I think it's perfect for fall. It's very vampy, which I love during the fall season. And to finish off this look, I'm going to spritz my face with some Fix Plus to set everything in and melt together and become one. And that's going to complete today's look. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's very fall. I love it. October is coming up, which brings us into my favorite time of the year, Halloween. So if you guys have any ideas or looks that you want me to try out regarding Halloween and things like that, leave me comments down below and I would love to try to recreate those looks for you. As always, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give me a thumbs down. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Bye.